Well, okay.
Welcome you if you're joining us here. We usually started the stream by now, and we're on video right now. I want to tell you that we are under a lightning delay, as you can see right now. We're just going to keep the camera rolling right now and let you listen in on the coaches show that we had taped a couple days ago. And this is Coach Dave Wheeler a couple days ago talking about the game.
Hated it. And then, of course, when I was in junior college, we played Air Force every year at the academy out there in Colorado. And so it was always, disciplined, structured offense versus undisciplined, athletic, fast kids from junior college. It was always some very strong, very strong polar opposites on what you would see on the field. And usually we'd win because they just couldn't handle our speed. But it was just one of those things where we just lined up and blitzed it every snap. And we were just more athletic than they were, and we hammered home stuff, and knocked out the pitch guy, and knocked the quarterback out, and that type of thing. But I don't. If I was an offensive guy, I would like it. Because I think it gives people problems. You only see it once a year. It's hard to prepare for. You can't get ready for it. It takes you a quarter and a half to get used to the speed of it, get your eyes right. So, you're taking that first quarter and a half just adjusting and trying to get your defense to see things the way they're supposed to. And because you just can't stimulate in practice. We try, but you just can't do it. You can't do what they do. At the speed that they do it. So, from a defensive standpoint, I don't like it. If I was an offensive coach, I think it'd be really good from the standpoint I think it's hard to prepare for.
That's Dave Wheeler. We'll look at the history between these two teams when our coaches show continues. Welcome back. We're going to tell you that we're in pregame over on the radio side, the River Country KCJC 102.3. We're under a lightning delay. Anytime they see lightning, they have to stop for 30 minutes, pause everything. And what happened here was they had lightning within 10 miles, I believe is the rule, maybe 7 or 10 miles. And that happened at about 5:55. And since then, they've had a couple more lightning in the area, and so that's what's delayed it. And so what we're doing right now is, if you're looking at the stream, we're going to start a different stream as we get ready for the pregame. But I wanted to update everyone to let you know that we are going to be on, and we'll let you know when we're starting a new stream and all that, and begin with the pregame and all that. It is senior night, and they'll have all the senior night activities going on for you. They're not going to just honor the seniors for the football team. They're going to honor the seniors for each and every sport. And so we will be doing that. We're going to rejoin the pregame coaches show that's on 102.3 here in just a moment.
Market ourselves as the natural state. Our landscapes not only make this state exciting to visit, but a wonderful place to live. Not to mention the positive impact tourism has on our economy. It's our responsibility to keep our environment litter-free. Let's do our part to keep it beautiful. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to get involved.
This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Welcome back to the Cyclone Coaches Show. This is the 14th meeting between Russell and Lake Hamilton. The Cyclones hold a narrow 7-6 edge over the Wolves. The teams first met in 1981. Cyclones won the first two matchups in 81 and 82, pitching two shutouts in both games. Last season, Lake Hamilton beat Russellville 37-27. Cyclones struggled on offense last year, giving up a safety and two turnovers. One of those turnovers was inside their own 15-yard line. Cyclones still looking at two records tonight. Of course, we mentioned Tracy Daniels needing 87 yards to be the all-time leading rusher in Cyclone history, breaking Tracy Steicher's record. Mekhi Foster also needs one interception to own the career interception mark for Russellville. He's currently tied with 11 with Mike Gailey. Coming up next, we'll move to our Lexicon pregame show from Cyclone Stadium. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Farmers Co-op located in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location. Mike Apples along. Mike, it is that time of year when feed is very, very important.
It sure is, and make sure that you've got your animals' needs taken care of, protein levels met, and all those things that you look for when it comes this time of year.
Farmers Co-op. We're located on East Main in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Ready for a music tour through the Arkansas Delta? Let's see. Johnny Cash Boyhood Home? Check. A new rockabilly exhibit? Check again. A live broadcast of the country's longest-running blues radio program? We've got it. The bronze bust of Levon Helm? On the list. Find these spots and more as you travel the Arkansas Delta Music Trail. Go to thenewdeltabyways.com to see all the driving tours through the Arkansas Delta Byways region.
This ad paid with state and regional funds.
Russellville Cyclone football on River Country KCJC is made possible in part by A Better Way Realty, Mr. Brake and Lube, Health Plan Lady, Alathus Realty, by Lexicon, ABC Children's Academy, Burris Into Market, Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air, C&D Drug Store, Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, Centennial Bank, Arkansas Valley Farmers Association, Chicken Mart, by ConAgra, Community Service, Inc., E&F Roofing, First State Bank, by Feltner's, Lakeside Oral Facial and Dental Implant Surgery, Miller Roofing Company, Liberty Car Wash, Ridgewood Brothers, Phil Wright Autoplex, by River Valley Tinting and Glass, R&R Express, River Valley Tractor, Congressman Bruce Westerman, Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat and Eat, Greenway, Funky Town Mall, and by the Russellville School District. Russellville football on River Country KCJC.
Welcome, everyone, to Cyclones Stadium, a rainy stadium right now. We're supposed to have kicked off at 7 o'clock. That's not going to happen as we join you here on 102.3 KCJC. We're also streaming on the Cyclone booth. We want to tell you, if you're watching the stream or if you plan to watch the stream, right now we're running it under a different name just as an update. We will be starting the official stream later, so at some point we will shut off the update, reboot, and have that going for you. And just so you know. So we have to just kind of sort of give you some updates. And the update here is they cleared the stadium at 5:55 is when they saw lightning in the area. And anytime they see lightning in the area, that starts the clock where it's 30-minute delay. So I think the last lightning they saw was about 15 minutes ago, but we don't have official word. Ben Goodman, our athletic director, is actually down on the grounds of the stadium. He's there because it's senior night here, and it's not just the football team that's getting honored tonight. It's the seniors from every sport, and so I mean tennis, golf, every sport, the cheer, the dance. And so he's helping coordinate that. So we are not around that. So we are getting updates as the clock operator and Mike Cloud, the PA guy, gets them. So we'll be a little late. So we will try to keep you updated as much as we can. The clock here is rolling. It shows 10.5 minutes. At some places what they do is they will reset the clock when there's a lightning strike to let you know, hey, 30 minutes ahead of time. However, they've got to give enough time for both teams to stay loose. Now, funny thing about this is that we've had a few lightning delays since I've been doing games, and one of the lightning delays that we had was actually at Lake Hamilton. It was Russellville against Lake Hamilton. It was the playoffs, and Russellville was beaten in that game, and it was actually late third quarter, and the game was pretty much decided. However, we had a lightning delay, and there was no place to put the Cyclone football team because they didn't have a visitor locker room or anything like that. So I actually put them in the gym with the fans. And so they were in amongst the fans at that time and kind of had to hang out there until it was all clear to come back. And Russell ended up losing that playoff game to Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton obviously not in our conference, but they were in our classification that year, and that was back in 2011. Russellville lost that. It's the first round of the playoffs. Russellville lost that game 38-13. Can talk to you about what's going on in the 6A West. This game tonight, they want to get in because it's got playoff implications for both teams. And we'll talk about that a lot as we go throughout the night. Now, here's the deal. Lake Hamilton and Russellville right now, they're at different spots in the conference. Both have 2 wins. Both have at least 4 losses. Russellville 2-5, but remember, Russellville has an off week next week. Lake Hamilton's bye week was last week. Now, the loser of this game tonight is out of the playoff picture. The winner still could be out of the playoff picture depending on what else happens. The good thing for Russellville is if they win tonight, there's only like one scenario that has to happen for them not to make the playoffs. So it's not a done deal. there is a way that they don't make it, but it looks pretty good. Now, there's a lot of different scenarios within that. If Russellville wins by 13 points tonight or more, they're in. If they win by 4 points or more and Van Buren defeats Mountain Home, Russellville's in. So there's a bunch of different scenarios. If Russellville wins by 1, 2, or 3 points, they might have to wait till next week. And they'll be keeping an eye next week on the Greenbrier Mountain Home game. There's another scenario floated out there that Russellville, of course, does have to win. They need Mountain Home to lose out to Van Buren and Greenbrier, or they need Mountain Home to win out. The thing that would hurt Russellville is if they're tied with Mountain Home and Van Buren in a three-way tie, because it would not go to tiebreaker points because Mountain Home and Van Buren both defeated Russellville. However, Russellville holds a tiebreaker over Greenbrier, so if you get that perfect triangle, then you go to total points. The good thing for Russellville is they have some teams on total points, because when you look at it, Russellville, when they've lost games, they've lost close. To Van Buren and Mountain Home, they lost both those games by a total of 4 points. That's what's helping the Cyclones. I mean, it would help if Russellville would have won those games, but if you're going to lose, you lose close, you hurt that other team's total points. And so Russellville would like to immediately just take care of business and win tonight, but then on top of that, they would love it if they could win by 13 points or more. That's the big game for tonight for us, Russellville Lake Hamilton, and we're also looking at Van Buren Mountain Home. But now if you're just talking to the casual fan and talking about the 6A West, everybody is looking at the rematch of the state championship game from last year. Greenwood is at PA. Greenwood beat PA last year in the regular season. PA returned the favor in the state championship game. Greenwood, their last 2 weeks, they go to Pulaski Academy tonight, and they finish the season next week hosting Little Rock Christian, and that game next week will probably be for who's going to be the 1 and the 2 seed when we go to the state playoffs. 6 teams make the playoffs from the 6A West. The top 2 teams get the bye. There are 3 teams out of the 6A West that will not make it. Siloam Springs, who's off tonight, will not make it. The other 8 of the 9 teams, they are still have a chance at making the playoffs. But tonight's 6A West matchups, Lake Hamilton, of course, here at Russellville, Greenwood at PA, Van Buren at Mountain Home, and Greenbrier is at Little Rock Christian Academy. All this thinking about the playoffs for Russellville, all this is kind of given the fact that we're expecting Little Rock Christian to beat Greenbrier. If Greenbrier could upset Little Rock Christian, that throws everything in a world of hurt for Russellville. They really need the good teams like Little Rock Christian to hold serve and win the games they're supposed to win. Stephen Berry, our engineer, we can tell you that we haven't seen lightning, but it's still a downpour here at Cyclone Stadium. We've gotten word from the PA guy, Mike Cloud, his brother Chris, who said when he was coming in from Dardanelle before he hit Bay Ridge that it was clear. And we've heard from out around Gumlog, it's just sprinkling. So we know it's kind of spotty. We think it's nothing behind it. So if we can just get this game started, we're just waiting to get the game started. Stephen, we're going to send it back to you for a little bit and come back and give you another update. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Fall is here and winter is on the way. Burris Into Market Russellville wants you to think about upgrading to more efficient doors and windows to help offset those heating costs. And it's not a bad time to think about upgrading your home office furniture for when you get stuck working from home. Burris Into Market, 113 South Arkansas, Russellville, or phone them at 968-4888. Burris Into Market, proud supporters of Russellville High School and Arkansas Tech University.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding, special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
At Centennial Bank, we believe serving our community goes beyond assisting with financial needs. We pride ourselves on being community connected and customer focused. Supporting our community starts with our employees. We enjoy rolling up our sleeves and helping make our community a better place. Our local bankers are a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities. That is why Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Chicken Mart is having a gigantic customer appreciation event. Buy one, get one free sale going on now at both the Arkansas Avenue and Weir Road location. Over half the store will be buy one bag, get one bag for free sale items. Breaded chicken tenders, breaded chicken fillets, breaded chicken nuggets, boneless and skinless chicken breast, chicken wings, and breaded popcorn chicken will all be buy one bag, get one bag for free while supplies last. Hurry in, supplies are limited.
College dreams come true at the University of Central Arkansas, especially now with the UCA commitment. This new program provides a debt-free pathway for tuition and fees for Arkansas students whose families earn $100,000 or less a year. And that impacts everything. It's fewer barriers and endless opportunities. Welcome to Bear Country. Learn more about the UCA commitment at uca.edu.
Simmons Bank, nominated by Forbes magazine as a top U.S. bank, takes great pride in investing in our friends and neighbors. For more than 100 years, we've worked to make our customers' dreams come true, earning trust with convenient and reliable financial tools, checking and savings accounts, home and consumer loans, small business loans, and low-rate credit cards. Wherever you are on your financial journey, we're there with you every step of the way. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
The vehicle you'd buy if money was no object? Cadillac Escalade. With cash in hand, you'd still wait months to buy an Escalade and probably pay thousands over sticker price. Don't wait to buy your dream car because you could win one tomorrow from Saracen Casino and or Cadillac. Yes, win a luxurious Cadillac Escalade tomorrow night at Saracen Casino. Saracen is Little Rock's closest place to play.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville. You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back. We're still under a lightning delay here at Cyclone Stadium. Russellville going to take on Lake Hamilton. If there's any consolation about this, is that Lake Hamilton, if they've got their offense going, they run the ball quite a bit and eat up a lot of time. Now, let's talk just a little bit about this matchup tonight. Lake Hamilton kind of known for their wing T offense. Their head coach is Tommy Gillerin. He's kind of known around for that. He does coaching clinics, talking about the wing T and thinking like that. And all right, so talking about that. Sorry, got a technical issue here. Tommy Gillerin, people around here, if you've been around here long enough, you know that he was actually head coach at Dover for about 4 years, and left Dover, went to Fountain Lake, and then came back to Lake Hamilton, which is where he's from. And it's his 7th season as head coach of the Wolves, but he's been coaching for 25 years, 172 victories. He's had 51 of those at Lake Hamilton, and won a state championship as a player, I believe, at Lake Hamilton. But Lake Hamilton has 2 state championships in their history, 1992 and in 2008. Lake Hamilton 3-5 on the season, 2-4 in conference play. They've been hit hard by graduation, and so they thought coming in that they weren't going to be all great like they had been, but they start playing better, and then the worst thing happened for them. Their quarterback, Easton Hurley, broke his leg, and he went down in the Greenbrier game. They lost that game 21-0. They lost to Greenwood. Of course, everybody's going to lose to Greenwood. It seems like 42-0. But they've done it now with the junior quarterback Landon West, who had played a little bit. He's actually played in every game that they had leading up to that. But he's only attempted 37 passes all year, completed 46% of them. He's thrown for 239 yards, just 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, but they like to run the ball. Now, the good thing for Russellville is that they're kind of shorthanded, not just with their quarterback, but they've had some battling some injuries. Their main running back is number 44, Hayden Barton, who's a two-way player, and he's been banged up so much that they had kind of said that they were only going to play him on defense. I'm sorry, play him on offense and not defense, because he's one of their leading tacklers on their defense. But he's rushed for 912 yards on the season, 11 touchdowns. He's the main guy that they have, number 44. He's averaging 7.4 yards per carry. The other guy in the backfield they like to hand the ball off to is Derwin Owens, number 3. He only has 1 touchdown on the year, but he touches the ball 62 times. He's a little bit more of a bruiser, and he can come out of the backfield. Even though he has 1 touchdown rushing, he has 2 touchdowns on the season receiving. And the other one because the wing T, you have more than one running back, is number 22, Coy Autry. But big number 44 is their main guy. We're going to talk a little bit about football, but also want to talk a little bit about other things going on around Cyclone country. Want to give you a cross-country update because that happened just yesterday in Russellville. Fantastic job. All the Russell Cyclone and Junior High Cyclone Whirlwind cross-country teams competed in the 5A West Conference at Silent Springs yesterday. It was a challenging course, hilly, hot, humid. It was awful conditions. Excuse me. But that did reflect on the times, but Brooklyn Nicholson, River Hardman, and Madeline Honoron were individual conference champions. Carson Walker was 14/10 of a second from making a clean sweep in all 4 races, and he is just an 8th grader. The varsity boys finished second only by 4 points to defending state champion Bombers from Mountain Home. River Hardman and junior Paul Rivera was 3rd overall. River Hardman won it all. They, of course, medaled. They have the top 3 medalers. Senior Ethan Whitlock and Ryan George came up big, making all conference with Hardman, Rivera, and freshman Jackson Smith and sophomore Owen Narveson. Narveson had a personal best in the tough conditions. The varsity girls finished the race. They were missing 3 of their top 6 runners. They still finished second to defending state champion, the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs. Nicholson won it. Junior Lily Stubblefield finished 6th overall. They were all on the podium medaling in that. Those two and Kelly Hernandez made all conference. Hernandez came on the board when the school started. It's been a great addition for this team. Junior Trinity Deal just missed all conference. Freshman Emma Morris had run great the last couple meets. I do want to mention the junior high teams, too. The junior boys won the conference championship in convincing fashion by 23 points. Carson Walker mentioned him, 8th grader. He finished second. His times this year has been one of the best for Russellville Junior High in over a decade. And, again, he's just an 8th grader, very talented team after some kids getting bumped up to the high school team. Beckett Rogers, Jeremy Amaya, Andrew Lindsay, they all medaled. Those players, along with Walker and Bennett Oliver and Atlas Swan, they all made all conference. Congratulations to them. The junior high Whirlwind girls had an incredible season. They won 5 of 7 meets with 4 8th graders and a 7th grader. They all claimed the top 5 in the team in all the meets. They won by 48 points at conference yesterday. And Madeline Honoron won her first meet of the season. Daisy Weisler had her best day finishing as a conference runner-up. Fantastic job for all the Whirlwind teams. Junior high teams completed a very successful season. The varsity teams will travel to Oaklawn Park next Thursday, where they will compete for the 5A state championship. Well, the rain has stopped. They're allowing people back into the stadium. They have not started the 30-minute clock yet, but that should be starting soon. But they will probably allow a little bit more to let teams get warmed up, but also do the senior night activities. So we're going to take a break and come back with more from Cyclone Stadium. And a lightning delay, weather delay right now, but we look like we might be having football at some time, maybe within the next hour. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
When you think of someone using meth, what comes to mind? Someone who looks malnourished, missing teeth, or skin lesions? They're often seen as dangerous, reckless, or even violent, but that's not reality. There is no face of meth. It could be a brother, a cousin, a friend, anyone. While there are treatment options available, the best medicine is prevention. Just don't do it. If you or someone you know needs help, just go to meovermeth.org. Stop it before it starts. Choose Me Over Meth, sponsored by CSI Region 6 Prevention.
Are you looking for a great place to work that offers great pay and benefits, where you can make an impact in a safe, clean environment? ConAgra is looking for motivated, energetic people to join their team. ConAgra is recruiting industrial maintenance technicians to fill openings on all shifts. Positions start at $25.61 an hour plus a shift differential. Experience is required, so for immediate consideration, apply online at ConAgraBrands.com/careers. That's ConAgraBrands.com/careers. ConAgra is an equal opportunity employer.
Legendary coach Paul Bear Bryant from Fordyce, Arkansas once said, "It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters." Congratulations to all the players and coaches who have put in the hours in the summer, in the weight room, in the film room, and on the practice field. I'm Congressman Bruce Westerman, and I approve this message because high school athletics prepare us for victories on and off the field.
Paid for by Westerman for Congress. A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
The love of football defines fall weekends, and in many homes, our families. But it's a demanding sport that can cause injury. That's why UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is on sidelines and in locker rooms for high schools and colleges across the state, ready to care for athletes with clinics in Central and Northwest Arkansas. UAMS Health, official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics and future Razorbacks all over Arkansas. Learn more at uams.health/team.
For more than 150 years, Lyon College has provided endless opportunities for Arkansas students to contribute, create, and lead in our communities. Rooted in faith, Lyon combines a traditional education with a real-world experience in a beautiful small-town setting. As a new member of NCAA Division III, we're committed to providing opportunities for student-athletes to excel in the classroom and on the field. For more information on the Lyon College experience, visit lyon.edu. Lyon College, a better world starting in Arkansas.
Welcome back to Cyclone Stadium. They are letting fans come back in, even though it's still raining a little bit. The lightning is the main thing. Now, you don't want to start the game when it's pouring down rain, but lightning is the only thing that stops it. And so, again, they have had the first lightning delay at about 5 minutes till 6. They made everybody move out of the stands and outside the stadium or underneath a small little overhang there at the concession stand, and they're letting people come back into the stadium, which lets me know the lightning has subsided. Now, it's still the AAA rules. When you see a lightning strike, doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't have to be raining. We saw that a few years ago. The year before we won state, we had that. It might have been the year. I think it was the year before we won state when we were in Springdale. It wasn't raining, but they saw lightning in the area, so we had to clear the field. And so it doesn't matter what's going on the field there. But they have not started the clock. We're looking at the clock here at Cyclone Stadium. It shows 30 minutes. And, again, since the game hasn't started, I think they're going to allow everybody to get warmed up. Of course, Russellville has a nice indoor facility. They can get loose anytime. But they do want to announce the seniors, not just football, but all the other sports. And so we wanted to talk about that a little bit, so I think we're going to wait just a little bit, but I think every senior should get their name mentioned on the air, so I'm going to try to do that at some point. But we do want every little break that we have, we do want to talk to you a little bit about the game. And again, Coach Wheeler off the air had told us, he says, okay, so he says we got to win, and we are Van Buren fans this week. We need Mountain Home to lose, even with all the scenarios. They are announcing something to PA. Okay, they are asking for the seniors to go to the north side of the track. So if you're watching us, listening to us, they're asking people to meet on the north side of the track. Is that what you heard? Because that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're looking for the Mountain Home game. Mountain Home leading Van Buren right now, early first quarter, 6-0. Russellville, if they win tonight by 4 or more and Mountain Home loses, we're in. If Russellville wins by 13 or more, we're in. Anything else, so we have to wait till next week. Again, Mountain Home playing Greenbrier next week. And what's weird is we want Mountain Home to lose to Van Buren. However, if they win tonight against Van Buren, then we want them to beat Greenbrier next week. We need Mountain Home to win 2 or lose 2. We don't need them to split. All these weird scenarios hopefully will be settled by the half of it will be settled by the time we go off the air tonight. So let's talk just a little bit about the game. I know we're a little bit earlier than normal, but Russellville against Lake Hamilton, it means a lot to both teams. Lake Hamilton, they got to win too. If they lose, they're out, but they still have a chance to make the playoffs. What do you see from tonight's game? I'm sorry, I'm bringing my color man tonight, Aaron Duval. I'm Mickey Duval. We're running not normal, so I didn't get to introduce you, but what do you see from the game tonight?
Well, I see a beautiful night for football. With all this rain, what surprises me, there's no wind. So that shouldn't be a factor tonight. Turnovers will be the big thing. We need to hold on to the ball, but we need to create turnovers. I'm looking at our offensive line tonight. they have played well throughout this season, and I'm looking at them to control the line of scrimmage. This is a good night for Tracy Daniels to do some running and having a good game. And if he can do that, it's going to open up the offense where we might not go for the long passes, but some good short passes, which also contributes to the running of Tracy and the other running backs. But what we need to do on the other side is dominate on both sides that line of scrimmage. When I say dominate, I know you talked about earlier that Lake Hamilton likes to run the ball. We have got to stop that, create turnovers. If they do put it in the air, we need to pick some off. Now, a running team, if you can get ahead, we need to score. We need to score early, and we need to keep pressure on Lake Hamilton. That's what I see tonight is our offensive line controlling this game.
Yeah, they probably are not the team that's going to throw it quite a bit. I think they average about 5 passes a game. They had gone to the spread a little bit, but again, their quarterback broke his leg in the game at Greenbrier a few weeks ago, and so since then they have gone back to what they do best, which they hadn't really totally changed anyway, gone without it. If you heard Coach Wheeler talk about it, he goes, they've always kind of still been that running team, but they had spread it around a little bit. They had actually gone to the summer workouts and run more of the spread, and so we had seen that, and that's not normal from them. But Coach Gillerin really does match his offense to his personnel, and he's gone back to what they do best. If Russellville could hit number 44, Hayden Barton, early and shake him up a little bit and make him feel it, because he's going to have to be their workhorse if they want to win the game tonight, it would help Russellville, because, again, from what we've been told, he's only going to play offense tonight. He's not going to go both ways. They're trying to save him, a little bit like what Russellville did with Tracy Daniels, and we'll see how that works for both teams. Both teams, it means something tonight. And the loser is out of the playoff picture. The winner's not in necessarily, but they extend their chances on to next week. Of course, Russellville will have the bye week next week, and as Lake Hamilton had the bye week last week, Lake Hamilton goes to PA. They just need to win one game to give themselves a chance. Probably going to lose that game against PA, so they've kind of circled this one, said this is the one that they have to win. We're at Cyclone Stadium here, part of the Lexicon pregame show. Lexicon can help you reach your goals and success. Go to lexicon-inc.com/football to learn more. We'll take a break, come back with more. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday. Watch your money grow with First State Bank's My Rewards checking. Earn 4% APY on balances up to $25,000 and nationwide ATM fee refunds. Plus, First State Bank makes banking easy with mobile banking and drive-through banking 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Don't wait. Make the switch. Earn more interest with My Rewards checking. Now, qualifications must be met to earn 4% APY. If qualifications are not met, the account will earn 0.05 APY that statement cycle. First State Bank, member FDIC.
Now all gifts come from the North Pole. This year, Santa's getting all his John Deere gifts from Greenway because they make it easy to shop online, ship to your door, or pick up in store. From apparel to toys to tools to tractors, Greenway has something for everyone on the nice list. Hey, stop elfing around. Christmas is coming fast. You can get something for everyone on your list in stores or online at gogreenway.com.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash? Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue and South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, where you always have options.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. And we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
$1.2 billion. Imagine what you could do with that much money. Well, thanks to the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, you don't have to imagine, because we can tell you exactly what's possible. You can fund more than 720,000 scholarships for Arkansas students. Scholarships that have educated teachers, nurses, engineers, welders, computer coders, and more, changing their lives and reshaping their communities in the process. So keep playing, Arkansas, and together we can imagine what happens next.
Welcome back. We're at Crimson Cyclone Stadium, and the lightning delay that began before 6 o'clock has delayed all the festivities here. Hey, we see our PR person down there, Samantha Ballou. She's soaked, but she's holding the camera. Real trooper out there getting ready for senior night. The official word that we were given here was that the stadium has reopened and senior night will begin soon, but no kickoff time has been set yet because, again, since it's starting the game, they want to make sure both teams get a chance to warm up. But they are about to start senior night. They're going to call out seniors from all the sports, not just football. However, we do want to honor the football players because we call them, sometimes their names don't get called. They play, and they play especially if they're on the offensive line. I mean, unless they get a holding penalty or jump offside, sometimes you don't acknowledge those guys. But I do want to mention the seniors for tonight, that win or lose, even if Russellville makes the playoffs, goes on, they will be a 5 or 6 seed. They will not be playing another game here at Cyclone Stadium. And so the seniors for the Crimson Cyclones tonight, number 0, Darian Thomas, number 1, Tracy Daniels, number 2, D.A. Reed, number 3, Kyron Clendenin, number 5, Abel Abington, number 6, J.C. Carter, number 7, Tristan Wisenet, number 8, Armando Solis, although he switched numbers at Greenwood. I think it was like number 93. Number 9, Simon Sloan, number 11, Caden Rose, 13, Rustin Talley, 14, Christian Stroop, number 15, Mackay Foster, number 20, Warnock Howell, number 22, Franklin Guzman, number 24, Asian Owens, number 25, Reed Jackson, number 26, Tristan Sims, 35, Corbin Willis, also number 53, Spencer Cisco, 54, Christian Martinez, 56 is Bradley Popwell, number 61 is Blake Tanner, whose dad was also a former Cyclone, number 62, Vicente Gonzalez, number 65, Trenton Reynolds, 68 is Lucas Litge, and number 71, Jack Gray, fantastic player on that offensive line. Number 74, Ramsey Short. And not to be forgotten, they have the managers, Caitlin Cartagena, Sydney Reeves, Dakari Black, and Emily Hopkins. So those are the seniors, fit players, and managers for the football team tonight in their final game here at Cyclone Stadium. A couple of non-football items to hand you. On Wednesday, November 8th, especially since we won't be on the air next week because win or lose, Russellville's got the bye week next week. On Wednesday, November the 8th, at the RHS Cafeteria, we'll have 2 signings. At 3:30, Josh Powell of the Cyclone baseball team will be signing his letter of intent to play baseball next year at CBC. That'll be Wednesday, November 8th at 3:30. Then following that at 4 o'clock on the same date there, Wednesday, November 8th, Noah Abington of the Cyclone golf team will sign a letter of intent. He will play golf next year for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. So congratulations to Josh Powell for baseball going to CBC, and Noah Abington for golf to Arkansas Tech. Again, Wednesday, November 8th at the RHS Cafeteria, 3:30 for Powell and 4 o'clock for Noah Abington. It is open to anybody who wants to attend that event. And a couple of quick notes here that I need to pass along. Again, non-football related. Basketball season is just around the corner. We will have Cyclone Madness at Cyclone Arena, and they moved it from a Saturday to a Thursday last week. Last year. They're going to do that again. It'll be on Thursday, November the 9th. Of course, the Cyclones have 2 new coaches at the high school, LaShanta Johnson for the Lady Cyclones, and the Crimson Cyclone Senior Boys, Greg Chenault. But it's not just for the high school teams. They'll be doing middle school, junior high. That'll be on Thursday, November the 9th. We're going to take a break and come back with more of your pregame show. This is the Lexicon pregame show. Lexicon can help you reach your goals and success. Go to lexicon-inc.com/football to learn more. We're still a ways from getting underway, but we're going to give you some scoring updates of some other games because other parts of the state they've been able to start. We'll do that when we come back. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Miller Roofing Company, a family-owned company treating you like family. Who's a part of the Miller family of employees? Tony Martin is construction supervisor.
I go out and I look at whatever projects people may be needing done, whether it's additions, remodel work. On the construction end, a lot of times people, they have a vision of what they want, and what I try to offer them is my experience in this field. We just like to do the best that we can for our customers.
Your friends at Miller Roofing. See the business, but it's actually also attributable to their long-term employees and their great sales professionals and service professionals. Service after the sale, selection, it's all at Bill Wright, Russellville.
Word is spreading fast about how fantastic the food is over at Ridgewood Brothers Barbecue in the big city of Russellville. Slow-cooked barbecue, quality meat done the right way. But did you know if you have a big event coming, we're talking weddings, maybe some people coming in from out of town for a business meeting that you really want to impress, Ridgewood Brothers Barbecue can help you out. Definitely hit up Grant and the gang over there at Ridgewood Brothers Barbecue for catering. Shane here with you once again for Ridgewood Brothers.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you can always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Your best life begins with your healthiest life. At Baptist Health, you'll find the comprehensive care you need for every person in your family. From pediatrics to primary care to women's health, we're equipped to partner with you in every phase of your wellness journey. You'll also find Baptist Health locations and clinics across the state, ensuring we're always there for you, when and where you need us. Learn more about the state's most trusted name in healthcare, locate a clinic, find a provider, and more at baptist-health.com.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas deliver reliable, affordable power to more than 60% of Arkansas, the field we call home. The 17 dedicated electrical cooperatives around the state manage over 75,000 miles of power lines, delivering power to more than 500,000 homes, farms, businesses, and of course, football fields, improving the lives of communities and their residents all across Arkansas. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, the power to play, the power to deliver.
Welcome back here at Cyclone Stadium. The seniors getting honored. They started with the football team as usual so they can get back in and get ready. We have been informed that it's 15 minutes for senior night, which is what they kind of allocated. They thought they would get through, and then still unsure about the start of the game. And so we're going to wait and see because technically the teams can't take the field till 30 minutes after the last lightning strike, but no rain right now. So they will be getting us. We're not worried about another lightning strike right now. We just have not been told about the estimated time of kickoff. So we want to tell you that in the game that we're watching as far as 6A, Van Buren has hit a long field goal. However, they trail Mountain Home by a score of 13-3. Again, Russell would really like it if Van Buren could beat Mountain Home. That is at Mountain Home right now. And but again, if Mountain Home wins this one, then as weird things would have it, we probably need them to beat Greenbrier next week. Greenbrier trailing Little Rock Christian early in the first quarter. That scored 21-0, and then probably what everybody in the state's looking at, the PA game against Greenwood. Greenwood had just scored very quickly. They're going up 19-7 right now as they had a 13-7 lead, got the ball back, scored very quickly. They're trying to kick the extra point to make it 20-7 as they lead PA that game at Pulaski Academy. Again, Greenwood beat PA in the regular season last year, but it was PA getting the last laugh, beating Greenwood by 7 in the state championship game. Russellville and Lake Hamilton. Even if you give us another hour, before, instead of regular pregame show, we still couldn't go through all the different scenarios of what needs to happen for Russellville to make the playoffs, or Lake Hamilton for that matter. But we do know that the loser this game is definitely out. I guess definitely out is kind of strong. There is a chance that if Lake Hamilton loses tonight, they could beat Pulaski Academy next week and still give themselves a chance. But that's probably not going to happen. So this is kind of the game that means the most to both teams. It definitely means the most to Russellville because they have to win tonight to give themselves a chance to make the playoffs. Before we take another break, again, another non-football note, want to pass along the score. If you did not know that the Lady Cyclone volleyball team lost in the state tournament, they lost on Tuesday to Hot Springs Lakeside, who was the 2 seed out of the South, I believe. The state tournament was in Searcy, and the Lady Cyclones fell 3-1 on Tuesday to Lakeside, and that brought their season to an end. But just sports keep one sport ends, another one pops up again, and the inter-squad meet was yesterday for the swim team. Their first official meet will be coming on November the 2nd, and that will be at home at the Aquatic Center there in Russellville. We're going to take a break and come back with more of your pregame show. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
No tricks, just treats. An R&R Tire Express. Right now, just $5 gets you started on any set of Yokohama tires, like a new set of Yokohama Ascend GT tires. Plus, you'll get 6 months, same as cash. And everyone's approved. And that's not all. You'll get free installation, free lifetime balance, rotation, and 12 months, 24-hour roadside assistance. R&R Tire Express. Now open on East Parkway Drive next to Starbucks in Russellville.
Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat Meat on the Dover Square is serving up delicious home-cooked meals and entertainment for the whole family. It's like gathering at Grandma's house, but with karaoke on Tuesday nights and live bands on Friday and Saturday nights. Bring the family to Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat Meat, 9733 Market Street in Dover. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, 6:30 a.m. to close. And don't forget about the Sunday buffet, 11 to 3. Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat Meat in Dover.
If you like supporting local small town, then you should go down to Funky Town Mall. We've got over 80 vendors from our very own community with tons of varieties such as vintage, antiques, collectibles, furniture, painted or stained, art, home decor, holiday decor, glassware, pottery, farmhouse, jewelry, clothing, new, ancient, and modern, western wear, frame, autographs, sports pictures, puzzles, kids' toys, sports trading cards, books, albums. Did you get all that? Well, I guess then you're just going to have to come see for yourself. We've got something for the whole family. 1612 South Arkansas. Like us on Facebook and see what's new, and ask about our shipping and layaway options. Come on down to Funky Town.
Your business is up against a lot of things these days. Inflation costs, workforce issues, federal overreach. The list of things keeping you up at night keeps getting longer. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas is here to help. We are constantly working to improve the business climate and make Arkansas as competitive as possible. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas works tirelessly for your business so you can rest easy. Join us today.
I'm Rex Nelson. As a native Arkansan, I take pride in our state's natural beauty. And as someone who has been in all 75 counties, I've seen how prevalent litter is across our state. It's time for people to clean up our state for those who live here and to enhance Arkansas's image for those wanting to visit. Let's clean up Arkansas. Visit KeepArkansasBeautiful.com to do your part and get involved.
This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Welcome back. We're here at Cyclone Stadium, and they're doing senior night. Lake Hamilton is out on the field but not warming up. They're sort of on their sideline over on the far side, so we do know that that clock will start ticking once they're allowing both teams back on the field. We've had a few rain delays since I've been doing games for Russellville, which Wow, that started back in the 2009 season, actually a basketball season before that. But the first one never happened. I mentioned this earlier, was in 2011. It was actually a playoff game, and it happened in the third quarter, and it was at Lake Hamilton. And they didn't have any place to put the Cyclone players, and so they actually put them in the gym with all the fans there. So that was the first one I remember. And then, of course, the last one that we had, I believe, was the one in 2016. When Russell was at Springdale. They were actually trailing, and the lightning delay happened, and then Russell ended up coming back. I think they were down by 10 at one point, and ended up winning that game at Springdale 24-17. Russell going to take on Lake Hamilton. But again, the seniors getting introduced right now. I don't know if this is going to work. I hope I've got this queued up, Stephen. If not, I'll keep it, so don't worry about this. But I had asked that wasn't in our pregame show. Our pregame show, we always have Coach Wheeler talking to us for about 5 to 7 minutes. But I did ask him about the seniors and started asking about Tracy Daniels breaking the record. Tracy's got a chance to break Tracy Steiger's record of career rushing yards of 3,009 rushing yards. I've tried to not mention too much about it because it kind of, I'm superstitious a little bit about that. But Tracy's got close. He had a great game against Greenwood last week of 127 yards. He needs 87 to tie the record and 88 to become the Cyclone leading rusher. Now, playoff games count, so if we can make the playoffs, 2 games to get 88 yards, I think that'd be pretty easy. But playoff games do count. They did count for Tracy Steiger. And Tracy Daniels sitting at 2,922 yards. Steiger with the record at 3,009 yards. We asked Coach Wheeler about Tracy Daniels, and he started talking about some other seniors too. Let's see if we have this queued up here.
I'll try not to ask you too much about one player, but with Tracy Daniels playing senior night and the record he's going after, the career rushing record, could you just talk about the kind of players? Because I know he's not just an offensive guy. That's what I tell everybody. He's not just a one-trick pony.
Yeah, he's a good player. I don't worry about a lot of that stuff. We'll worry about it after the season. Gets it, doesn't get it, whatever. But I'm more concerned winning. If we win the game, he'll have another opportunity, I think, down the road. Rush it, go after it again if we don't get it. So I want to go out there and win the football game. That's number one. But using Tracy in many different roles that we do is what we do it to give ourselves the best opportunity to win, just like we do with Caden Rose and Tristan Wisnott and a couple other guys that play both ways, Mackay, and so it's the fact that he's a really good football player, and the fact that he can play several positions and be the best player at that position is what makes him special. And he can do several things and be really, really good. But we have a couple other guys that are similar. Mackay can play safety, he can play corner, he can play receiver, he could probably play tailback. He's done it. There's kids like that on this team that are versatile. Wiz has proved his versatility. The way he blocks at tight end, he's one of the most physically dominant players in the league, and he's obviously a great defensive player. So we have kids on the team that are unique and can do different things, and it's great to see. Caden's finally getting back where he looks like the old Caden. He's starting to run routes like he did, like he used to before he broke his foot. Looks like he's finally starting to heal. And then we play him on defense now again. We're playing him more and more on defense. That's helped him. We just got a lot of versatile kids. I look at D.A. Reed. There's a kid that started at quarterback a year ago and played that. And played receiver at the end of last year some. And he's playing corner for us all year. Started for us at corner. Tomorrow night or Friday night, he'll actually play some on offense. We'll play him some at tailback maybe, just to give Tracy a relief, because he knows the system, he knows how to do it. Just kids that are unselfish and that are just competitive guys that you love to see. You love to have those guys in your program. They do a lot for you. So it's just a good. It's a positive thing for our program. It's a positive thing for those seniors too, to be able to do all those things.
That's Coach Wheeler talking initially about Tracy Daniels, but he's right. It's one thing if you have one or two guys that play both ways, but Russell's got a lot of guys that are very versatile, and the way Coach Wheeler uses a lot of guys on offense and defense. When you talk about not just Tracy, but Caden Rose. If you look at of course he had a bunch of interceptions last year. Didn't play as much on defense this year because of the injury, but Mackay, Foster, obviously, and then you have some of the guys that are defensive-minded guys that come in and they'll be the tight end or the S-back like Wisnut, and Tristan Sims has played offense from time to time, and even Darian Thomas coming in there. And it's a weapon when you can do that. D.A. Reed, quarterback for the last 2 years, and this year he's a corner. And so it really helps Russell when they can put the best athletes on the field. And he's trying to scale back. Coach Wheeler's trying to scale back from that the last couple of weeks because he wants them being fresh. And he tried that 2 weeks ago with Tracy doing that against Greenbrier. And I tell you, Coach Wheeler's main concern was that Russellville was not fresh in the fourth quarter. And then when you look at the first time he did that was the game where Russell came back in the fourth quarter and down 17-0 against Greenbrier, ended up winning the game 21-17. It's put Russellville in a position where they can make the playoffs. Again, they're sitting here at 2-5 in the conference, but if they win tonight, 3-5, and they own the tiebreaker over Greenbrier, they don't own the tiebreaker over Mountain Home and Van Buren. However, if it's a three-way tie and a perfect triangle, what that means is you have a three-way tie and everybody is 1-1 against each other. Then it goes to total points, and Russellville they're actually sitting pretty good on total points. The only team that's got them on total points is a team that they own the tiebreaker on. So that's why Russellville would really like to win by as many points as possible. Now, if you win by 13, you get 13 points. If you win by 50, you still get 13 points. 13 is the cutoff. So Russellville would love to get the victory, and they would love to get up by 13 points. And if they do that, they're in the playoffs. And so they would love to have that happen tonight, not have to worry about next week. And what Coach Wheeler said, if that happens, I said, what are you going to do next week if all that happens? He said, I'm going scouting. And he said there's something about seeing a team live that it's just not the same as seeing them on film. I could see the actual speed and see what they do between plays, see how fast they actually go, things like that happen. And Russell will be playing, if they're the 6th seed, they'll be playing the 3 seed out of the East. If they're a 5 seed, which is possible, they'll be playing the 4 seed out of the East. And right now, Benton is the best team in the East. The next 3 teams, it could look like it might be a 3-way tie. Right now it's West Memphis, Marion, and Little Rock Catholic. The last 2 years, Russellville has played West Memphis and Marion. Last year, they beat West Memphis in the first round of the playoffs 30-26. And the year before that, we went to Marion, and Marion defeated the Russellville Cyclones in the first round of the playoffs. Of course, then you'd have Little Rock Catholic, and that would be cool for the kids to go play because they'd be playing that game at War Memorial Stadium. Still doing senior nights. The football players are done. They've gone back into the indoor facility. Right now they're doing the seniors from other sports, with the cheer, dance, golf, tennis, all that going on right now. And we still show 15 minutes on the clock, so we will have football. But again, with no set time as of yet. Lake Hamilton is out there. They're throwing the football around the track, but they're going to allow them to get loosened up and all that. And we will have football tonight. We'll take another break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
The Russellville School District is seeking route substitute and trip bus drivers. Route drivers start at $30.38 per hour with pay increases for years of experience. Substitute drivers make $30.38 per hour on routes. Drivers interested in trips earn $15.45 per hour for the duration of the event, and bus monitors can make $15 per hour. Route drivers and monitors are eligible for insurance and retirement. No CDL. RSD is a registered training site. Apply at russellvilleschools.net transportation page.
Duval's Affordable Portable Buildings, the River Valley's oldest full-service portable buildings dealer. You'll find Burnett Affordable Buildings and C&H carports for garages, barns, carport sheds, and more. At Duval's Affordable Portable Buildings, they believe in high-quality buildings that last and excellent customer service that makes a difference. Visit Duval's AffordablePortableBuildings.com or just stop by 4151 South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville today.
All About Auto Insurance understands that whether you have the ideal history that other companies desire or a not-so-perfect history, you still deserve the best coverage with a company you can trust at the best price for you. All About Auto Insurance is your low down payment and low monthly payment discount insurance company that offers the right coverages with the personal touch you would expect from your neighborhood insurance agent. Come by their new location at 701 East Main Street in Russellville for a free second opinion today.
Johnny Story in with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Preddy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Simmons Bank, nominated by Forbes magazine as a top U.S. bank, takes great pride in investing in our friends and neighbors. For more than 100 years, we've worked to make our customers' dreams come true, earning trust with convenient and reliable financial tools, checking and savings accounts, home and consumer loans, small business loans, and low-rate credit cards. Wherever you are on your financial journey, we're there with you every step of the way. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
Today comes only once. It is a day of opportunity. What is done with this day will play a big part in determining the future. I am Renata Jenkins-Byler with Roller Funeral Homes. That is a pretty bold statement, but a true one nevertheless, because every day is filled with opportunities taken or missed. At Roller Funeral Homes, we look at each day as an opportunity to prove ourselves worthy of the trust that you have put in us for so many years. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect.
Welcome back. We're at Cyclone Stadium in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth. Alathus Realty, buying or selling your home has never been easier. Call our friends at Alathus Realty today. And this is the longest pregame show we've had. And Stephen Berry, our engineer, was joking that the sponsors are getting their money's worth tonight, and they absolutely are, as we're still delayed. But, again, our guys are in there warming up. We know Lake Hamilton's itching to get out on the field. They're almost finished doing all the senior night activities here. I want to tell you about the other games going on. Greenwood is leading PA 23-7, and Mountain Home leading Van Buren second quarter score 13-3. Thanks so much. Coach Talley, the assistant coach for the Lady Cyclones, and also has a son out here. He just whispered to us 15 minutes once we get finished here. So I appreciate that. Coach Talley is a great basketball coach. Of course, came to us from Clarksville. Not just that, he's been instrumental in getting a lot of the records kind of solidified. We had the records, but I think they're doing something with it, so that's kind of cool. And he's been a big help with that. So he just told us 15 minutes after they're done announcing the seniors, and they're getting close to being done with that. I want to tell you about, we mentioned some games in the 6A West. Last week, of course, Greenwood defeated the Russell Cyclones 56-20. PA beat Greenbrier 42-31. Mountain Home all over Siloam Springs 51-14. Little Rock Christian, a big blowout over Van Buren 58-3. And Lake Hamilton was open. I know it bothered, they would never say this, but it bothered some of the Russellville coaches that this was a big game tonight. Lake Hamilton had an open week before our game tonight. But of the 4 games in the 6A West, only one's really doesn't have too many playoff implications, and really only if there's an upset, Greenbrier at Little Rock Christian. But this one is huge for both teams. Greenwood and PA, that's big because PA, if they lose, they're definitely going to be a 3 seed after the loss to Little Rock Christian, and it'll set that big matchup next week with Greenwood against Little Rock Christian there in Greenwood. And, of course, Van Buren and Mountain Home, both teams that beat the Cyclones, and Russellville is pulling for Van Buren. We know that Mountain Home, we said they're up by 10. They had punted and down Van Buren inside the 5. Van Buren, a quick strike in the last minute, has scored a touchdown, made the extra point, and they pulled to within 3 of the Bombers. 7:39 left to play in the first half. Mountain Home with a 3-point lead over Van Buren. And again, you can hear all the scores tonight over on the radio side after we go off the air with the Simmons Bank scoreboard show with Rex Nelson, the host, from 10 o'clock until midnight. But Russellville kind of keeping an eye, and I'd be surprised if not at least one coach is checking in on that Van Buren, Lake Hamilton, I'm sorry, Van Buren and Mountain Home game. But, we got definitely Lake Hamilton has our full attention tonight. Lake Hamilton's always been tough for the Cyclones. Beat us last year over there at Lake Hamilton, 37-27. It's their offense. It's running that wing tee offense. You don't see it very much And I remember Dardanelle coach telling me, because they used to handle Pottsville's dead tee quite a bit, and one of their coaches, I said, how do y'all always do that? Because it's such an odd offense. He said, you can't practice against it the week that you play it. You have to do it a lot more. And he said they practice against it every week leading up to that game. And so, but it's odd. Nobody runs the wing tee, and it's actually a really good offense when you have some good running backs. So once again, they're led by number 44, Hayden Barton. Easton Hurley, their all-world quarterback for them, has broke his leg against Greenbrier. He's been out for a while and is out for the rest of the year. Tough for a senior, but they're led now at quarterback by Landon West, and not a great quarterback. He's turned the ball over 3 times with interceptions and 1 fumble. He's not much of a runner, and they only throw it about 5 or 6 times a game. Wonder if they'll mix in a little bit more passing tonight, but he'll be wearing number 4. The other 2 running backs, number 22, Coy Autry, and number 3, Darren Owens. Those guys can also slip out of the backfield and catch passes, especially Owens, who has 11 catches on the year. He's actually got more catches than their main wide receivers. Their other 2 wide receivers, number 24, Parker Vandy, and number 20, David Fallon. They also have Cole Weeks, number 30, who gets in the backfield some. He's got 24 carries just for 147 yards on the year and 2 touchdowns. So they're going to be running quite a bit, especially if it's working. Coach Gillerin will not throw much if the running game's working. He's in his 25th season as a head coach, his 7th at Lake Hamilton. He's 51-28 all time for the Wolves, where he graduated from. Overall in his 25 years, he's 172 wins, 113 losses, and 2 ties. Before coming to Lake Hamilton, he was at Fountain Lake, and before that, he spent 4 years as the head coach of the Dover Pirates. For David Wheeler, of course, he was here with the Russellville Cyclones the year that they won the state championship. He was defensive coordinator there. This is the first head coaching job he's had in high school. He's been a coach at the junior college level as a head coach, but in high school, this is his first coaching job to be the head man. He's in his 3rd year, 13-18 overall, 3-6 on the season, 2-5 in conference play. They are finishing up announcing the seniors. I think they got 4 more left, and then they said 15 minutes, and then they will be ready to play. I don't know if Lake Hamilton's going to get much time to warm up, because I see the color guard down there, and they may be marching them on. So this would be a little bit of home field advantage if they don't get as much time to warm up. We're going to take another break, come back with more of your pregame show. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Mr. Brake and Lube wants you to know when it comes to your engine, not all motor oils are created equal. That's why they only offer name brand motor oils that you can trust, like Pennzoil, Castrol, Mobil One, and more. So don't pay top dollar for cheap generics. Mr. Brake and Lube can work your vehicle pretty much bumper to bumper, plus complete auto glass service. So call 219-5438 or visit 1415 East Main Street. Mr. Brake and Lube, your one-stop maintenance shop.
If you pay for your own health insurance or you're looking for coverage, do not go online for quotes. You'll get endless calls from call centers and they will not stop. Instead, call Becky, the health plan lady. She can provide sound advice for your health insurance needs. Her freedom of choice plans lets you pick your doctors, no deductibles, no copays, and it's 30 to 60% lower cost than Obamacare. Call Becky at 479-886-2475 or go to healthplanlady.com.
Every player on the football team has an important job so the team can reach its goal and success. Join our team at Lexicon right now and we'll help you reach your goals and success. Lexicon offers free on-the-job training through our own Lexicon University. We also offer competitive pay, a great healthcare plan, paid vacation, a sweet 401k plan, and more. Find out more at lexicon-inc.com/football.
ABC Children's Academy is currently enrolling with 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County. ABC provides all-day childcare, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info, and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy, changing our world one student at a time.
Little Rock is where you'll be amazed by everything that awaits every member of your family. Explore sites like the Little Rock Zoo or hike to the top of Central Arkansas at Pinnacle Mountain State Park. Learn about the world around us at the Museum of Discovery. And at the Central Arkansas Nature Center, you can see alligators up close right in downtown. You can tour the Oval Office at the Clinton Presidential Library and walk in the footsteps of civil rights pioneers at historic Central High School. One experience and you'll be big on Little Rock. Learn more at littlerock.com today.
Would everyone please stand for the national anthem?
Cadillac Escalade. With cash in hand, you'd still wait months to buy an Escalade and probably pay thousands over sticker price. Don't wait to buy your dream car, because you can win one tomorrow from Saracen Casino and or Cadillac. Yes, win a luxurious Cadillac Escalade tomorrow night at Saracen Casino. Saracen is Little Rock's closest place to play.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Family problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Right now they're playing the national anthem here at Cyclones Stadium as the color guard is entering the field. So we're going to take another 90-second break and as we honor America with the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. Back to you, Stephen. We'll be back in just a moment.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And please remain standing for a moment of silence for all of our student athletes participating in tonight's event. Thank you. Would you please remain standing as the flags by our JR.
Welcome, friends. We're coming to you live from Cyclone Stadium where it's about 72 degrees. It's been rainy all night, but still the conditions are perfect for some Cyclone football. I'm Mickey Duval. We continue our Lexicon pregame show as the color guard is leaving the field. We've done the moment of silence, the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance, and supposed to kick off at 7 o'clock. We're almost an hour late. We'll be an hour late by the time we kick off, I believe. But we will have high school football tonight. I'm Mickey Duval, and this is the Lexicon pregame show. Lexicon pregame show is sponsored by Lexicon, of course. I can help you reach your goals and success. Go to lexicon-inc.com/football to learn more. We want to welcome you if you're listening to us on FM 102.3. If you're watching the stream on Cyclone Booth YouTube page, remember you can get all that info through the EAB app. It's a free app. It's EAB Sports. When you go to the sports after you download it, realize it's not just Russellville. You can see all kinds of different high schools from around the state, also Arkansas Tech and Arkansas State. That's through the EAB app. If you are watching us on Cyclone Booth, we ask that you subscribe. Doesn't cost anything, and you'll be alerted anytime we go live, not just with the football, but basketball season's coming up. We'll also be doing baseball, softball, soccer, all that. We'll do the swim state meet, and you'll get those updates as we go live if you just click subscribe. I'm Mickey Duval. My color man tonight, Aaron Duval. Our media team is Chase Canfield and Maggie Duval. Our engineer-producer for tonight is Stephen Berry. They've started the clock. They said we're going to have warm-up. They're allowing Lake Hamilton to warm up also. Russellville's still back in the indoor facility. I think they've been loosening up quite a bit. There's 14 minutes left on the clock. One thing that Coach Wheeler, he's done a lot of different studies, and he says one of the things that he studied is that Olympic athletes actually have their best times, their time trials, when they work out earlier that day. So he will always put his team through a workout just enough to break a sweat on game day. And they were out here earlier when it looked like it wasn't a cloud in the sky, and they did break a sweat. I bet they broke another sweat over there in that indoor facility. The officials are out. Thought they might be trying to get close to doing the captains. I didn't know if they knew how much time was on the clock. The indoor facility over across the way actually has a clock in there that's synced with the clock out here for the stadium. So no matter what time you put up, they can see it inside there, so they know exactly what's going on. Also want to send one little note that I saw earlier today. Today was David Beal's birthday, and they have a little walkway that's between the indoor facility and Cyclone Stadium, and a little honorary thing to David Beal. But they've also put up a little post there, and it says Beal Street, and so they honored him. Of course, a fantastic Russellville Cyclone player, and if you talk to Kelly Davis, he'll say probably the best athlete he ever saw here at Russellville, and of course, went on to play football at Texas A&M, ended up coming back to coach in the Russellville School District before he was taken from us, and we honor him on his birthday. They had a little gathering out there for his memory, and I really appreciated seeing that. And that was pretty classy by some of the Cyclone athletes and former athletes there to gather in honor of Coach Beal. Big game tonight for both teams. We've mentioned it. We've gone over it quite a bit, but we'll keep highlighting it. Want to tell you that both teams need a win tonight. Russellville is in with a win by 13 points or more. They're in with a win by 4 points or more if Mountain Home loses. Otherwise, they just need some other things to happen, but all of it is within reach. And so we are keeping close tabs on that Mountain Home Van Buren game. Before we went to the last break, we told you that Van Buren had a quick strike and they had cut it to 3. Mountain Home answered right back. With 3:50 left to play in the first half, the Bombers leading the Pointers of Van Buren 20-10. If Mountain Home wins this game, Russellville would actually need Mountain Home to beat Greenbrier next week and create that three-way tie. Russellville just does not need a three-way tie with Van Buren and Mountain Home because both those teams beat us. They need Greenbrier in the mix there somewhere because we beat them to create that perfect triangle. The other game that everybody's talking about, which I thought was going to be a blowout, and it looked like it was headed that way with Greenwood and PA. Greenwood leading PA 23-14, but PA has come right back and scored a touchdown. They've cut it to 9. It's 23-14 as Greenwood leading Pulaski Academy. That's with 8 minutes left to play in the first half. However, Greenwood, a big play to get down to the 25-yard line of PA, and they've been stopped on the third down. They're looking at 4th down and 5, so it'll be interesting to see if they pull out because PA doesn't ever punt, and they onside kick it every time. We'll see what Greenwood decides to do. We'll keep you up to date on both those scores. Those are the main ones that we're watching. As far as the River Valley is concerned, not a lot of big games. Probably the biggest game involving River Valley teams other than Russellville, of course, is Clinton and Lamar. Look at Lamar. They can be a 2 seed or they can be out of the playoffs. That's quite a range there. They trail Lamar in the second quarter by a score of 7-0 right now. The other games are games that we should probably know the outcome of, but we have not been able to get any scores. Hector is at Mountainburg tonight. Clarksville is trailing Harrison in the second quarter 21-3. We know Atkins is off tonight, and Dardanelle actually called Alma and said they were going to forfeit. So Alma on senior night takes a forfeit win against Dardanelle, and so that's tough to have that on senior night. Pottsville and Dover playing tonight. We don't have any score on that, and Bismarck is also at Two Rivers, no score on that. Again, we'll give you scores, especially during halftime tonight, but the score is on 102.3 from 10 o'clock until midnight. We'll probably have to join that show in progress because we may be going late. I don't know. Lake Hamilton runs the football quite a bit, so they can make a clock go down pretty quickly. We'll see how the game plays out. We expect them to run and run. We expect the Cyclones to run and run also if they're successful with Tracy Daniels. We're going to talk about Tracy Daniels and Micaiah Foster and Bo Mosley and all that when we come back after this break. This is the Lexicon pregame show, Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
As part of our pregame activities, we have a very special recognition for tonight. We would like to recognize the family of the late Coach David Beal, former Cyclone, Texas A&M Aggie, great high school coach all over Texas, and returned to Russellville and answered the call to coach the Russellville Junior High. His last class, they are seniors tonight. And tonight we remember Coach David Bill. His family was able to come tonight and observe the David Bill Memorial, which is on the sidewalk leading to the Denali Field from the indoor facility. This sidewalk has been named Bill Street in memory of Coach Bill's legacy as a Cyclone athlete and coach. His mantra was win the day, and that class has continued to win the day all the way here to their senior year. In attendance tonight, David's widow, Donna Bill, David's daughter, Jennifer Bill Hillman, and her husband, Michael, as well as their children, the coach's grandchildren, Sawyer, Tucker, and Chandler Hillman. The Bill family would like to congratulate this senior class on their senior night. And also tomorrow would have been Coach Bill's